Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, and in this episode I will be returning to Dundrasil in order to try and save the Restless Knights. Once there, he will reveal to Phantom the full events of what happened the day he was born. Of course, what we know is that once he was born, King Carnelian, under the influence of Mordegon, well, I mean, I'm not going to say much, but yeah, I'm not going to say whether he was under the influence of Mordegon at that point, but King Carnelian and all the other heads obviously found out that he bared the mark, and they found out that he was a luminary. And then what followed was, of course, the monsters attacked the village, tried to get rid of Phantom, but failed because his mother sacrificed herself to get Jade and Phantom to safety. This is going to reveal a lot to do with Phantom. This is going to be a very important episode, so without further ado, let's get into it. It's going to have the boss Gloomnivore in it, who is very annoying. I'll also face you, just because why not? The Hopeless Chimera with some Whack-a-lights. Cosmic Chimera. Same thing. Feel the bestiary. I believe the Cosmic Chimera also has a rarefied variant. I'm not sure though, but of course I'll be trying to wrap up all that stuff eventually anyway, so anyway, time to enter the Dundrasil area. But now there's even stronger dragon enemies over here. Now we've got this bitch who has like this orb that can nullify damage completely. And they're annoying for it, but anyway. The Liege Lizard. Dragon.
Let the darkness consume you!
And then I've Bridal Blade. Night, sweet time.
Victory!
Win with that. If we look here. There we go, so there's still 9 more, but that's fine. Who's that? Please don't hurt me, I'm not a bad slime. If you promise not to hurt me, I'll tell you something surprising. This wall goes all the way to the castle, you can ooze it to get inside. Yep, I know. Of course, people shouldn't forget, but I guess if they do, it's there. Anyway, let's go. To Dundrasil. There's nothing here, so I just want to make sure, to be fair. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to do the Gloomnivore fight, and then I'm going to do go to Opticonia, hopefully, and then do the Booga fight. Unless it honestly does take too long. I'll have to see. Because if memory serves, to face Booga I have to get a certain amount of credits or something stupid like that. Anyway, yeah, the place has changed a bit, because now there are, well, I mean, I have to go a different way through. Here we go.
Crevens. This place was in ruins the last time we came. But this is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Ah, Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here somewhere. Would you boys do me a favour and shift this little lot?
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. It was meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundrasil ever come under attack. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Yeah. Who is this restless knight? I wonder. And this is kind of similar layout to the sewers in Heliodor. But you know. Dundrasil Castle, fun jobs. There's not much in here. There is that mimic over there. Just from memory does say that there's a mimic. Anything else around here though? I'm not sure. Oh no, it's fine. I think it was, 4 or 5 of Sage's Elixir, Let's see. And here he is, the restless knight.
Such pain, such despair. How dare you? How dare you return here? Be gone, servants of evil! You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things in mind.
Rio. Defeat the restless knight who has a magic shield. Anyway.
I'm on fire!
So he said, let the darkness consume him.
Turn this aside!
That's what that says. Unbridled greed with that potential. Hey, it sucks to be you. Okay, hustle on. Even if you weren't cursed, man, you're doing so much damage. No, he won't save himself for that.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
There we go.
of it, Eleanor. You took my boy. I will never forgive you!
Eleanor? But that's the old queen's name, which would make you...
Erwin, last king of Dundrasil. Just as I thought. A great man, and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this. What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me. What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless knight from his misery.
The voice from the dream.
You
None other than
are
Phantom's
correct, of
mother.
course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundrasil. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is the tortured soul you see before you. Lost between light and dark, life and death. I beg of you, help him, free him from his nightmare. Shine the light of hope into the darkness of his despair.
The voice. It's gone again. Who is she?
Should be able to figure that out still one day.
That'll have to wait. Erwin here needs our help. But what are we supposed to do to help him?
There we go. And with that, just time to carry on. So King Owen continues to mutter pitifully, moving closer to listen. As he steps forward, Phantom is suddenly transfixed by the void inside his father.
Do I smell fresh meat? It's been a while. Years, in fact. Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before I devour your tender torment. Watch and despair.
Yeah, the Gloomnivore eats and devours people's bad memories and negative emotions.
Such
So there we go.
pain. Such anguish. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret.
So this is all important. So here we go. Back to the day he was born.
Of course. You've been waiting a long time.
King Erwin, it is a great honour to be invited to celebrate this most special of days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
So that King Gustav was the original king of Sniffleheim.
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's colloquy of kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate at times.
It is the first time the rulers of the four kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed. But the reason itself is a momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready to begin. Guards, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian?
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
Okay, nobody can see Phantom. Yeah, this is Dundrasil Castle. The only time you ever come here, because of course it doesn't exist anymore. Yes, I like it because you get to see something you wouldn't usually see. But anyway, there's no need to be so impatient. We'll get to see the baby just as soon as the colloquy of kings is done. I think they may be getting started with that any minute now, actually. So King Owen head into the courtyard with King Carnelian.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Owen.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs on the luminary now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Eleanor's chambers?
Oh, there they go. King Owen, King Carnelian, Lord Robert, all off upstairs. I suppose the colloquy of kings will be getting started soon then. I actually really like the design of this, you know, considering it was literally only here for this one section. You know, they put effort into all the games, no matter how big or small a section was. And I like that. Anyway, let's read this. He can sense us. You want to save it because of the boss fight will be coming up soon. So let's go. I wish Lord Robert had never told me about the Book of Erdwin. No, I can't stop thinking about what it says about... No, I mustn't think about that. Today we celebrate the birth of Prince Phantom, and to heck with everybody else. So So he's on about Odwin's lantern there, and the day that it comes down. But of course, you don't know yet, unless you've played or seen the game before. But Odwin's lantern has now rose over Glopolis. Sages Elixir. Why can they just speak to themselves? Yeah. Bad magazines. He loves his magazines. Let's go here next. Just to collect stuff, you know. That's where I need to go to next anyway.
Oh, he's so tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
There's a little jade with a newborn phantom and Phantom's mother. Elena. What
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father. That he can help people to overcome their problems. Just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy will look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
You felt a bad omen, if she was correct.
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Ellen.
Good luck. Both of you.
So there we go. You're going to be a big sister phantom. Let's play together all the time when you get bigger. Is someone there? Who are you talking to, Lady Eleanor? There's nobody there. Of course not. Sorry, dear. It's just, well, it's the strangest thing. I know that Erwin's taking little Phantom to the colloquy, but it's as though I can still sense him here in the room. I felt his warmth. This isn't the time for that kind of nonsense. It's my wee one's big day. I mustn't let myself get distracted. So, Eleanor has some kind of special spiritual power. They don't really go any further with it, but you know, she's not just an average everyday human. She definitely has something. Anyway, let's leave that. Need to go down next to the storeroom and get to the sewer area where the party currently are at. No, don't do this. Not an important story section, you stupid idiot.
This child, he is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark One riseth, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnut with it. He will be sorely missed.
So yeah, Svardsrust was gone before even Dundrasil.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark. Which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the luminary will ensure that peace prevails. Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
It does. The very first poem.
Hello, Short.
The prophecy.
How are you?
World tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all.
You could say it's King Gustav's fault.
You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
Now that's going to be important for Act 3, as I said, Erdwin's lantern.
What are you trying to...
Well, there's a bit in Act 2.
Oh. The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdrea's destruction.
King Gustav is right.
Oh, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source, even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son, my own flesh and blood. Something happened.
not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow.
Now, Carnelian and
For a
Gustav's
moment,
reaction to this
it seemed
is,
that night
well,
had
it'll be
become
explained.
day.
But they want Owen to say this, that's what I'm going to
He
say.
saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the luminary is a gift. A gift that will cleanse the world.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care. The luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected
In other words,
at all
Carnelian and
costs.
Gustav were testing him. Seems
I
resolved.
hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his
This
destiny.
is the problem. So, King Carnelian, this is his normal state. So him saying this now, of course, Erwin would have got back to Eleanor, told her, so that when she wrote the letter, obviously Chalky found the letter, so that when, obviously at the beginning of the game, Phantom left, was like, oh, go to Heliodor, King Carnelian's expecting you. This is the very line that caused the beginning of the game to happen. And the whole misunderstanding to begin.
We must confer upon the luminary the power to lead us all.
But the rest of the story of Phantom's birth is going to come out.
King Carnelian,
Well, now.
everyone, I don't know what to say.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with. And it ended just as I knew it would.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary
So in a
to
few
his
minutes, shit's
adoring
going to hit
public.
the fan, and it's going to reveal how Mordegon rose to power
Thank
and
you,
laid waste
King
to
Carnelian.
Dundrasil.
My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
what is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds of monsters!
So of course, as we know anyway, from the beginning of the game when they showed the end of this section, the monsters came to kill Phantom, because obviously they knew he was the only one who could stop Mordegon.
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
So Erwin knows they're coming for Phantom. And even though obviously I'm here in the future, going back to the past, I've still got to technically escape, because I believe I can still do fights. I think I have to do them now.
Where's the luminary, Burbs? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle! Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
King Carnelian wasn't a bad plan.
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
So King Carnelian was a really good guy before he was manipulated.
Both of you.
All I'm going to say is you will find out how he got manipulated by Mordegon. And I believe I do need to go to the bottom. Foolish human worms, you will die trying to protect your precious luminary. Must doesn't seem to be a phantom's present, try to fight it. More the Lucifer. There we go. And again. Go and like that. Oi! Critical hit. Very nice. There's a high complexity on whatever you call it. Actually, well, no, I think this is, yeah, high complexity. So it doesn't matter if you face these or not really. Doesn't change anything. It's a good idea to save it. I don't think I'll be doing the Booga bit today, not to go near. So I'm going to change the description very quickly. No, it don't matter. I said I'm not in a rush. So I'll do up to Gloomnivore, which is the boss. Because once this whole backstory is completed, there isn't too much left. But of course, I feel like they knew they had to explain this, but they left it until this point to explain what was going on. And of course, because from the end of Act 1 we knew that King Carnelian was Mordegon, or at least Mordegon took over his body. We didn't know how. We will find out here. You know, most of the unanswered questions will be answered. Actually, no. Will there be any unanswered questions left? I don't remember. I don't think so. They do a very good job of filling in the gaps. So you know, there's a flamethrower. Mention the word Mordegon there. So Mordegon basically waited for this time to strike, as you can guess. He's a clever little bastard, but still an evil one at that. Let's go in here. Is there anything I can grab in terms of items or anything? Oh, we're done for, we're doomed, there's no way we can fend all these monsters off. Bless them. Normal civilians just shot themselves. I mean, if you saw loads of enemies like that, you would. Dundrasilians and Heliodorians teaming up. Okay. the enemies. You don't have to do that, you know. Can they believe these monsters would attack defences made like me? Have they no shame? They're monsters, I'm afraid, mate. It all will not budge. I beat the cursed thing. How did that? I'm not complaining. I did it. I got him. I knew all that training would pay off in the end. Where I need to go. Do I have to go to the top? I never came from here, did I? There's that flamethrower, that's dead. James, I did it. I killed the wee horror. Thank goodness the guards are here to protect us. I'd be dead if it weren't for this one, that's for sure. I mean, unfortunately, of course, this is a heavy dose of dramatic irony. We know what's going to happen. Anyway, I just hope Erwin made it to the front room. Just go to the floor warmer. They just keep coming, wave after wave of them. I don't know how long we'll be able to hold them off.
King Erwin, there you are! We were so worried!
You're alive! Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come.
We'll take the secret passage out.
No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go.
Of course, this is the armour I've had for ages now, because it's just really good armour. Okay, now I go to the storeroom.
We should be able to get out through here.
Just you try and take him.
No, it's not gonna work. It's gonna thunder me, so rip her off.
The monsters are everywhere. What are we going to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way.
Oh, now there's more enemies to do. Might as well do the fights, why not? So here we go. I'll do that. Last one. I think these ones have just come back, but it's fine. You didn't have to use Falcon Slash, but hey ho. Never be too sure.
I think this was the one. Quickly, in we go, before the monsters find us.
There we go, so you recognise this place? It's the very place where the restless night is. Well, where Erwin is. Because this is where the shit hits the fan. So here we go.
Time to make a break for it. I'll deal with him. Get out of here. Quickly.
But Erwin...
Run! And don't look back.
Sacrifice play. By this time.
All right, you despicable creatures. Do your worst. You won't get past me!
So you helped your father kill these? Lucifer's, and I forgot what the blue one's called. Barbatos.
God damn you!
The Barbatos is like a mini boss, I guess. Oi! Go on. Guess I'll get rid of the Lucius first. Might as well just use more heal. Play it safe.
It's not over yet.
I think that's a nice little moment you get to do.
And stay down. Right. Time to get after Eleanor.
That's King Carnelian.
King Carnelian? Over here, Your Majesty!
This is where shit's gonna hit the fan. I said, King Carnelian still is normal. Erwin's gonna get tied up in it. There we go. Oh, shit.
King Carnelian? What in the... Who are you? What do you think you're doing?
So, this is Mordegon. Going inside. So now we know how it happened.
Your Majesty!
Erwin, is that you? What happened?
So this is going to be Erwin's mistake.
Is everyone safe?
I believe he tells King Carnelian where they've gone to.
You're all right. Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the wee one, Your Majesty. They made it safely out of the castle.
So saying that, Mordegon inside King Carnelian knows to hunt them down outside the castle.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them right away.
Your Majesty,
What do you...
The Phantom just had to watch his father get chefed.
The bloodline of the Luminary ends here today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire.
This is how he tricks Hendrik.
Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Erwin, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary, and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives.
So of course this shows us why Hendrik, of course, hated Phantom from the minute he saw him at the beginning of the game, because of what King Carnelian said here. So this was the first of King Carnelian's lies, well, under the manipulation of Mordegon. So he put a spell on it, saying that Erwin came at him to kill him. Phantom is secretly the Darkspawn, and Eleanor has taken Jade away. Not for safety, but I guess in a kind of kidnapping way.
Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass. Yes, I see now. He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil. The dark spawn. He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him. Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
Back then Hendrik had a normal sword, not a great sword, but yeah, that explains the tragedy of Phantom's birthday.
No. He is no harbinger of darkness. He is the Luminary. The Savior. Someone, please. King Carnelian must be stopped, or the world will be plunged into darkness. Eleanor, please, forgive me. I was too weak.
We know that ain't true. He was tricked. Just like every other person. In the next however many years, because I don't know Phantom's age in the game. Yeah, it's moments like that, you know, just make the story that much better. You know, the story in this game is fantastic, you know. They went back and explained the day of Phantom's birth so well. And here he is, the Gloomnivore.
I am the Gloomnivore. I devour despair. And this one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined, his family gone, betrayed, dying alone. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years. One must savor such succulent suffering. But even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sample its delights.
There we go.
Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you.
This is the moment when
This is your most
literally ripped his heart
memory. The darkest, tenderest recess of
His
your
heart
soul.
is technically like some luminary orb, I guess.
Yes, your powers were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery. Yes. My mouth begins to water.
Can you hear me? Please, you must listen. There is a light inside you that can never be extinguished. It is waiting.
You say it, Eleanor.
Biding its time. But it is there. And when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
So this is when Phantom gets his luminary powers back.
This light is...
He's seen the truth, and his hands have been awoken.
What's happening?
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light, disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of hope.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
So now, obviously, Hendrik saw Erwin after he was just killed by the corrupted King Carnelian, so he probably feels guilty in a sense, but he now knows not to beat himself or others up over it, and just, right his wrong.
You dare disturb me while I prepare to sample the next delicious morsel of misery.
Yeah.
No matter. Your screams of agony will surely whet my appetite.
Here we go, the gloom of all. So he's very annoying with some of the moves he uses. Anyway. Yeah, that can inflict magical magic damage. His attack increases and his defense increases. of a sting for you, was it? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you can't. Damn it! You're gonna have to multi-heal, and I'm gonna have to hustle dance as well. Because I won't cut it, because his magical momentum has been decreased to oblivion. Anyway, still decent. Actually, you just fall asleep, you know, falling down the area.
I almost feel bad about this.
Piss off. Shit. That's no good. This is disgusting attack. Hustle dance again. Sounds a bit buzzing. Unbridled blade, I can finish you off. Hendrik is too good.
Victory is ours.
Anyway, that's the Gloom we've all defeated. Here he is again.
Where am I? Wait. Those eyes. I'd know them anywhere. Son. Is it really you? It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer holds you captive. You are free to join me after all these years.
I am, my love. I am.
Damn what
My dear son, my darling boy, many hardships await you, many trials lie ahead, but you must not stray from your path. You must not falter. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you. Farewell, my darling. I love you so much.
So we got to have a nice heartfelt reunion with his parents, which was stripped from him, thanks to an evil bastard called...
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark. It's glowing again. Your powers, they're back.
His parents helped him then.
The luminary is restored to us. and all thanks to his honored parents.
And there we go. Phantom has regained the power of the Luminary. And that's thanks to his parents. So we need to go to Octagonia next. I mean, I was going to do that today, but I actually forgot just how long the section is. But yeah. God, what a moment. Anyway, so yeah, this is a humongous section. So we've got all of this. A lot of the Luminary plus, I mean, just look at that. Fuck. Plus 50. Mad. I mean, Kaklang gets you a new pet power. Zap, you've got Kazak, I think, smack bam in the middle. Yeah, you've got all this bloody stuff as well. I mean, I could get to that, but because getting base strength up, you know, you don't actually need to equip great swords for that. You just have to use the great sword stuff to get over to that. Or I could go to here, which will get me this stuff. You know what? I think now I've seen the Luminary board again. I'll go for these, and I'll need, I think, 3 more speed to get this one right. Oh no. 2 more. Get strength plus 25. I guess I could get Giga Smash, you know. I don't know. I mean, I believe that's a big move. But you know, that's all enemies with bolts of blazing lightning. That might be a good idea to get next after I get strength. And then I guess I can go for this type of stuff afterwards. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember how I went about going through the boards last time, but you know. Anyway, yeah, that is definitely one of the better sections in the game. Not only do they explain what happened on the well, I don't know if it's quite the night Phantom was born, but more or less. At least the night of the tragedy. But once I leave here, I should be able to just zoom across to the camp that I've got in the Dundrasil region, and I'm going to have to, of course, try and get all the other enemy entries after that. But anyway, now that's done. Time to go to the Dundrasil campsite. So, yes, I mean, I won't sign off yet because I'm probably going to have to rest first. I mean, there's a few things we've learnt from this, and gameplay-wise, we've learnt that Hendrik is just an absolute beast. You know, whenever there's a boss fight that's just on their own, it just destroys them. Too good, too good. Yeah, of course, rest up after the Gloomnivore fight. Phantom just did not get to fight in that whatsoever. But hey ho. I mean, what I do like as well is not only has he got his Luminary powers back, he's got extra stuff, and Luminary power within him has gone stronger. His resolve has grown stronger. That's the way I see it. Anyway, about halfway through the game. Well, about halfway through the game? No, not quite yet. I mean, of course, there's 100 hours. Getting close to the halfway point. It's going to go close to 60 parts altogether, I reckon. I mean, what I started... Well, I think I started post-game in part 21. Not post-game, Act 2 in part 21. So that part 35 would probably be the end of the game. So 9 more parts, I'd reckon, for Act 2. Because it will take 1 to do Octagonia, 1 to go around the islands in the sea, because I'll be getting Lorella's Harp, and then I'll face Elusive. And I guess I'll go to the Viking hideout. Before then, there's also something I'm not going to reveal, but someone else can do, and it will take 1, or maybe, no, it'll take 1 to do the Viking hideout stuff, with Gildiger's Mansion. Then there's going through Sniffelheim to Arborea, which is where shit is going to get sad. Trust me on that. And then after that, I believe it'll be Battleground, unless I don't get to go there until I then go through Gondolia, Gallopolis, and Hotto, and then there's the final dungeon. So I mean, Gondolia, Gallopolis, and Hotto don't take too long. The biggest section is the Hotto section, because of course Mount Fuji, you don't have to go there in Act 1, but you do go there towards the end of the game. It's either the penultimate dungeon or the third from last. I think you can do that and the Battleground in any order, but you want to go there after you've done the Battleground. Enough of me rabbiting on, you'll see that when I get to it. But as I said, thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, and in the next episode I'll be travelling to Octagonia after hopefully getting all of the bestiary entries locked down in the Dundrasil region. And once I have done that, I'll go to Octagonia, where I'll be facing the next Spectral Sentinel, Booga. And until then, hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.